Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls across the internet and around the world. This is Robert Star Phoenix and this is part 12 of Just Breed. I've been away for a couple of weeks, a lot of real life work to do. But anyway, so the last episode we had the problem with the poison chickens, so everybody's been kind of bouncing around and acting the fool. The poison unfortunately cannot be cured right away. We have to go through this battle. Now here's a funny thing about this particular battle. As you just saw, Roland had a paralytic spasm. What's happening is this lovely poison is going to interfere with your ability to control your heroes. If your hero has a spasm, the rest of the party goes in auto. So, guess who is the only character not affected? Remember, Hans. So Hans is the only one that you're going to be able to use and actually do any reasonable amount of work with. This map, for the most part, it starts out kind of easy, but there's a couple of monster dens here, and this can get very ugly very, very quickly, especially considering that you can't control 3 of the characters 100% at a time. Thankfully, Hans and his party is all archers, which means they can pound the heck out of everything with their boomerangs. The rest of your characters, you're just going to be it's going to be like touch and go. You'll randomly get to use them. If you're lucky and they have a paralytic spasm, the auto will help you take care of a couple of things, but for the most part, you're not going to be able to rely on it. Thankfully, Hans's guys aren't too bad. They're a little weak here starting off because I haven't really used them, but once they gain level, it'll help. And of course, Mikey, being the wizard that he is going to be good for directional damage. You can use his Krunus spell, you can use his Gisark spell. Unfortunately, that's all he's got, and he doesn't have very much magic to go around because he's one of the weaker in the MP department right now. But thankfully, pythons are a piece of cake. I mean, we got the usual Bigsleys and those bird things. I can't remember what their names are. Hey, look at that paralytic spasm. And we get to spend that whole time just waiting around. Now the Sturges in the back here are going to get interesting because they have that vampiric ability and they're archers. So these monster dens down here and then the ones way up above those on the opposite side of the map from them will present the big problem because they will spawn Bigsleys, they will spawn Sturges in great annoying numbers. So your goal here is to take out all this as quickly as possible, and then try to take out the monster dens as quickly as possible. Thankfully, the town that we're going to is the one called Kaefner. That I talked to the guy leaving town just so that we know where we're going. Kaefner is home to the doctor, hopefully, that will be able to heal us. Nice thing about having Orlof. Let's get him into the right position. Trying to figure out where to put him here. Now let's move Patty first. Now I can bring Orlof down. Nice thing about this, Jupiter Halberd. Yes. When you can't control Orlof and everybody else, it makes it a lot more easy. If not, as long as they're reasonably close, auto works wonders. I almost thought about just hitting auto on everybody until the stuff got close to him, but then that would cause problems in itself because then you wouldn't be able to control where everybody went. Dang you, Patty. Oh, look at this. And yeah, it says stun on there. Unfortunately, there's no real way to cure it that I know of. Maybe outside of... Supposedly the Doctum spell works for that and the Cure Herb works, but I'm not going to bother trying it. I'm going to have a hard enough time killing stuff as it is. I don't need to waste magic in an attempt to heal something that I'm not sure will heal. Yeah, like I said, this map is pretty straightforward. It's only annoying when the monster dens come out. As you always know, the monster dens will make things a lot harder than they need to be. Go, Mikey! Monster dens will make things harder than they need to be, so you just have to be careful of that. This part's you know, this part's very well handleable. If you had full control over all the characters, they didn't spasm, this map would be a piece of cake. So, the difficulty on this map really isn't as high as it looks. And when we get a chance, we get to use guys like Roland to just add to the mayhem. Of course, with the auto effect working the way it does, sometimes your people aren't positioned in the best places, so when you do get the chance to move them, they're sort of in, you know, they're sort of in that spot where everybody's kind of behind the hero, or the general, or whatever you want to call them in the individual parties, so. Oh, good! Everybody got a chance to move! And auto usually isn't too dangerous if you've got the archers, because they will usually pick whatever's closest to them and fling their boomerangs. This map is surprisingly short at the start. It gets a little grindy when you have those monster dens because you can't get to them fast enough, especially with the fact that every time someone spasms, they sit still, which means it gives the monster dens one more turn to spawn more things. Yeah, these sturges are probably the most annoying thing. They have the same range as the bows. Oh geez, Ricky withdrew from battle. I already lost somebody. Oh, no spasm. Let's cause some fun and spin them right round. You spin me right round, baby, right around when you go down, when you're going down, down. Yeah, I know. That's actually the, what was it, the Flowrider version, which I don't know why I use that one. The original one is much more accurate. Anyway, this will give you a chance to really throw your magic. Now the problem is here in this map, I'm probably going to use too much of my magic. But going on the offensive early to get rid of these things will make it easier when you have to go against the stuff at the end. Just keep enough to heal yourselves. You want to keep some of your healing magic just in case, because you will run tight on herbs if you push it too hard. That's some nice EXP there. Alright, Hans. Make yourself freaking useful for a change. You know, this is the point where I kind of wish I grinded a little bit, but grinding when you're under the effect of these the poison chicken here is not the best thing to do. So, nice. Getting into Kaefner will solve that problem. Do all the usual healing. Let's bring Ricky back so I actually have a fighter. Hey, Orlof had a spasm, yay! But thankfully his archers are smart enough to run down here and chuck boomerangs. Oh, and Roland has a spasm. You see where this is going? This is the only reason why this battle is going to be a little bit tedious, because of that. But at least your people will fight if there's something in their eyeball range. As you can see, we cleared out about half of what was there, give or take. Got these dodo bird looking things, a couple of sturges, a couple of pythons. Nothing too horrible, right? You'd feel like you were winning this map right now if you didn't know what was coming. Of course I knew what was coming. Alright, Hans. Yes, and I appreciate all your comments and feedback I've been getting on Twitter and here on YouTube. And I do appreciate any feedback I get. And I had one person give me curious feedback on one of my Mike Tyson Punch-Out videos. They just gave me what looked like a pair of googly eyes. Like, what? You know, I guess they were like wondering how I let Bald Bull beat me. But if you haven't seen those are pretty short videos too, because you know they're just basic. I tried to clear it as fast as I could. I have to go back and finish that because there's a few more things I have to fight. Mr. Sandman. It was a Mr. Sandman, Super Macho Man, and Mike Tyson. Which I have trouble with Mr. Sandman for some reason. I could beat him a lot better with the regular NES controller. Problem is I don't have one. I've only got the PlayStation-ish controller that I have now, so I'm gonna have to work on that. Yeah, so work's really been hard the last couple of weeks, so I haven't had a chance to work on this video. I actually recorded this a while ago. And yes, I'm doing an after-the-fact voiceover because for whatever reason, the voice software I used the first couple of times, I was actually talking with the video. I was just having too many problems with it, so as goofy as it seems, me trying to talk after the fact, it's going to be what I'm going to be doing for a little while. Thankfully, though, I do have the foresight to actually watch the video again to see what I'm doing so I can remember what to say. Like, I did record the voice for this video, but it was just so horribly messed up I couldn't use it. Which is very unfortunate because I thought I had that problem solved, but I gave it another shot, it didn't work, so I'm just going to consign it to the death pool. Heal. Heal everybody. Move Orlof. Yay! I get to move. Not like a good Geesock to clean things out. Felt like almost a bit of a waste, though. Kill that dang bird. Die. Yep, here we go. Here come the Sturgis, here come the Bigsleys. And probably the most frustrating part of this game now. This particular board, anyway. Getting to these monster dens and shutting them down. You would think, yeah, no problem. You got 4 heroes. You got 24 people that can possibly throw a punch. How hard could it be? And then the spasms take over. And you remember. Hey, by the way, this is the Loomis, and that was a fail. When a Loomis succeeds, the monster starts blinking right before the pentagram shows up, so. Anyway, for the cost that the Loomis has, probably not the best spell to use, but if you can hit something from far away and kill it in one shot, hey, you know, why not? Still, your magic's probably better used for other stuff. Now, Isaac's probably the best one of the bunch to actually use the Loomis because he's going to have the highest wisdom and therefore the highest damage potential out of all of the wizards that you have. I don't think any of the heroes learn the Loomis. I'm not entirely... I can't remember. I know they all learn Arenas, which is the opposite, which is, you know, life-giving spell, but... Oh, and here comes the other monster dens. Great. And yeah, I hate these Bigsleys right here. This reminds me of the skeletons back in the other one. Only Bigsleys take a lot more to take down. Time-wise, I think it's actually about the same because you're doing just enough damage where you do the same number of hits as you would in the way back when we fought the skeletons. This is a real bear of a good time, pun intended. Paralytic spasm! Hey, but since I was right next to it, I'm gonna actually hit it. And I know I've apologized this before, but again, apologies about the sniffling. It seems to be directly proportional to the amount of times I yawn, is how bad it gets. Of course, having to do these after you work the 11-hour shift at work. You're a little tired sometimes, so... Alright, here we go. See, now we're starting to get a little bit of a problem here because there's getting to be too many of these suckers. And we can't get down to them fast enough. Now obviously, we go after the one up here with 2 groups as best as we can. Jeez, another spasm! I hate it! You go up, you attack it with 2 groups as best you can. You go down the other way with the other groups, and between spasms and everything else, you hope they get down there and actually cause some damage. But you're going to be using Hans just to attack and try to get rid of a Bigsley here, just to keep the numbers pretty much at a level where you can control everything and heal each other as best as you can. Nice thing about Hans is that he does have the hospice spell, so which means if you get in any serious trouble, you can use him to emergency heal. I always found that kind of strange. They made him a healer, but they also gave him an attack spell like Buncito later. Yeah, let's eat some Geesark. Get out of my face. Not even close. Hey, spasm time. As if we're not getting anywhere fast enough, we're just gonna like sit here and have spasms now. Archers attacking the... Hey, at least we get to hit the Bigsley a little bit. See, this is where the spasms become a problem, because now there's a good 10 of them on the field. This is getting ugly. Nice thing is they get closer. The auto will take over and get rid of them, but the downside is they have to get closer, which means there'll be more of them. Oh boy. This is getting ugly. And I need to clear some of this out. Boy, that was random, Geesark. Alright. Isaac! Back that up. Blaze! Oh, I missed that one in the back. Oh well. But that's how you control a crowd. Too bad you can't do that too many times. Blaze only works a handful of times. Let's see. Ah, I can't reach it. But at least we'll get rid of this dang Bigsley. Thin out the ranks of the monsters, pick up a major amount of experience points, and let Hans play cleanup. Now, while I was playing this episode, I wanted to use Hans more than this, but I realized that he really wasn't doing enough damage. His party was really good for this. Unarm the monster den! Alright, Mikey. Freeze! Sorry, bad joke, I know. Anyway, during the course of tonight, I was watching a random movie. This movie called Laser Mission. The Brandon Lee movie. May the son of the dragon rest in peace, but It is one of these amazingly dorky, ultimately cheesy, and completely random B movies. And at first, I was like trying to figure it out and decide if, you know, what the storyline was. And I realized the less I thought about it, the more funny the movie became. It's like one of those campy, cheesy, ridiculous movies that didn't really have much sense to it. It was just random. But in the end, I really liked it. I laughed my butt off at the end of the movie. Oh! I lost another one. And another one bites the dust. Bring back Mr. Sergi. And get rid of the Bigsley den. And now we can kill the Bigsleys in peace. So 2 monster dens down, 2 to go. Do you feel my pain yet? Do you feel that crushing pain I feel as this takes so bloody long now? Thanks to the spasms! Spazzing out completely. I'm forced to do this the hard way now. I always do it the hard way, but, you know. Complete waste of a marrow, but you know what? I got rid of that dang thing. Kool-Aid, single shot, overkill. Yes? Nope. Not close enough. Well, I'm walking over these red mountains. Why did I do this? They slow you down so freaking much. Guess I was trying to be funny. Yeah, save some time, walk across the mountains. Hell no. Yeah, I would have used Frybane, but there's just not enough monsters to warrant it. And Geese-Arc is more reliable, and at least you know it's going to hit. Sheer number of healers, pretty awesome. Okay, there's still way too many monsters for that tiny little bit of area that's going to be spawning monsters every turn until I get down there. And of course you know the rule that if your hero... Wow, what the hell? Spasm now. Isaac, what the hell are you doing? Look at that, the fighters don't move down that far, but Isaac runs all the way down there and canes them. Throw some heals around. Of course, Bigsleys take next to no damage from these boomerangs sometimes, especially with these weak little archers. Really, single digit damage. I'm gonna just kill off the Sturge because I want to get them some experience points. Gotta love that Jupiter halberd. Orlof doesn't even turn around, he just swings it in a circle. Die! Alright, girls. Alright, at this point I'm exercising enough... Well, jeez, again. I'm exercising enough control over the map where I'm going to start pinning them down into this corner here. Eventually. I just have to kind of like seal off that little gap right there. Once I get everybody down into the corner, it'll make it a little bit easier because then even if they have the spasms, the autos will take over. Oh, good. I like that. 1 hit point left. Now I gotta drag all the fighters down here because they decided that they wanted to run the other direction. Alright, Hans, come on. Do some damage here.
Not nearly enough.
Excuse me about that. So yeah, chopping down the Bigsleys. Chopping down the Bisleys. There we go, this should get some experience. Yep. So Hans's party will do a lot better once they get a couple of levels and their power levels go up a little bit. Now looking forward to when I get through this, you're going to be left with an interesting quandary when you heal the poison. I thought about it right there, didn't I? Remember now, Orlof had a double dose of the poison. So there's going to come an interesting plot twist if you decide to cure him versus not curing him. Supposedly, if you don't cure him, you can use him in the next couple of battles, even if he is spasming out. I don't know because... well, I didn't try it, so I'm going to try it this time. And if I fail, well, like I said, I did say all my gaffes would be shown in this one. And so if I fail, I'll just have to take care of it after the fact. Oh, Jesus, rolling. Like I said, the theory behind it is if you leave him uncured, you can still use him in the next couple of battles, even if his spasms will cause you issues. Technically, you could leave everybody uncured. Jeez, really? You could leave everybody uncured and just kind of be a masochist about it. But I think there are parts in the game, because the spasms are making their speech messed up, so I think parts of the game, they actually become unintelligible. And I don't think you can pass certain parts. And plus, as you can see, it's extremely painful playing like this, so I wouldn't recommend doing it. Ooh, Lysak. Okay, Isaac's spell that he just learned. Lysak. That is a lightning spell. Now, a couple things to note about the lightning spell in this game. 1, it is extremely powerful. But 2, it is excessively random. It's a single shot spell, but it will pick its own target. There is a stronger version of it called Lysaza, which is basically a Geesark with lightning. It'll pick 3 random targets. But Lysak is definitely the most powerful magic in the game that I know of that the characters can use. With it, Isaac can do in excess of 100 damage. And believe me, that is pretty amazing. And I don't think he's the only one that learns it too. I think there's a couple of them that learn it eventually, so it'll... Yeah, I love that Jupiter Halberd. That's another reason why you want to keep rolling around, because the Jupiter Halberd is just awesome. I mean, really. Why wouldn't you want to have one of the ultimate weapons around for as long as possible? I don't think the hospice did that much, did it? Oh well. Okay, now we're getting down into the meat of this, where we're actually getting to the point where we've got this place boxed in. It's just a race to see who can hit those monster dens first. Alright, Hans. Here's your chance to be a hero, son. Cane him! I don't think we're going to be able to kill this Bigsley. Unless we get really, really lucky here. Yeah, we're not doing 24 damage. You're definitely not doing 17 to this thing. Nope. Oh, nice! Hans got a level up! Couldn't have come at a better time. We really need it. Oh, Mikey learned Croulettes. That means now Mikey can throw big blocks of ice. Roland no longer has the biggest balls of them all. Really? You're gonna spaz out now. Oh look, Roland gets to have some fun again. $71. Sheesh. Okay, so you would think with only 2 Bigsleys and a Sturge and the monster dens in close range, we'd be done fast. It was pretty soon, right? Well, it's still going to take a couple of minutes because of these stupid spasms, but yeah. This map, for all intents and purposes, is just about over now. Oh, soup du jour. Does anyone have any missiles left? Of course, by missiles I meant boomerangs, and of course we have missiles left. And let's see, Mikey, what do you got left? Oh, you got no magic left. That's unfortunate. Orlof can one-shot all the Sturges. Sleepy time. Yes, I did that on purpose. A sleeping bear will do no damage. Right now, we want to make it like there's nothing on the board. Oh. Hey! I get to move. Not close enough to do anything, but at least we get to move. Rowan has a spasm. Oh! Alright, Orlof, get rid of that, please. Thank you. Alright, one more down. Getting down to the nubbins. We're getting down to the good part now. Okay, that last one, obviously it's going to be the hardest one to get to because we don't have anybody close enough. Get in there, stupid pigsleys. Mikey, make yourself useful. Do your cane. 2 damage, really? Alright, so here we are finally, the end of the road. Yes, and I just used the 3-point geese arc on him. Because I was feeling a bit sadistic about that. Let's just make sure he's dead. Let's let all 3 of the geese arc discs hit him. Alright, Hans, you know what your job is. Make yourself useful. And there you go, congratulations, the map is over. And now you just have to kill the last little freaking Pigsley and call it a day. And naturally, of course, when you're walking through the town of Kaefner, getting to the doctor is not as easy as just getting to the doctor. Let's just make sure, right? Not like we need it, but let's just make sure. Blazak! Crack-a-boom! See, look at that, 91 right out of the box.
I don't like this any more than you do, but Ghost, you've got to get into my box.
Sorry. Oh, all the jumping and spasming. Okay, I tell you what. Now this is a funny little. This is a little hick town. Don't be making fun of me. Because of paralytic spasms are starting to mess with your speech. You need treatment from Dr. Halson. You know, this is made so many years before the show House came out, but that's the first thing I thought it was. Yeah. Orlof is so badly affected he can't even talk anymore. Marion go oh. And no, that was not me going back up. It's because the spasms make you walk in random directions. I actually walked back into the house. Oh, complete and utter. There's complete and utter chaos here. Trying to control them with this. Part of the reason why I'm doing this is just so I can show you how horrible it is to control the characters like this. So like I said, yes, if you really wanted to be a masochist about it, play the game like this. There's a shaking man! Woo, shaking man!
way creepy.
Boss, this is it! And we go up here. Is this the right end? Nope.
You're not the one I want to talk to. You're not Dr. Halsen.
Please keep quiet in the waiting room. Also, too, I'm working on a secrets video for the stuff that I skipped over, just so y'all can see it. Oh, the doctor's full. Yeah, but I'm working on a secrets video, so when I get done with this, I'm going to put like the little secrets and little Easter eggs and things I found throughout the course of the game that I just didn't want to put in the main videos. They think you're laughing at them and making fun of them, but truthfully, it's just because you're sick. Your newfangled games. Now listen here, Sonny. I don't have time for your youngins and your newfangled games. Now go away. Go see the doctor. Come on along, follow. Now, like I said, you can still run. I don't think I said this, but you can still run while you're paralyzed, and it does help a little bit. Yes, just quiet down. Come on. And now, what are we afflicted with? Can't even hit the talk button. And keep jumping. Full body paralysis. Barry mushroom. Hey, a needle. 50 gold, please. Now, there's a funny little thing. If you do not have the 50 gold for whatever reason, this guy will scream, what, about 100 times. I'm not going to do it. Well, I might. Who knows? Depends on my mood, right? You're not paralyzed no more. Boring. Say, hero! Woo, 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 woo! Woo, woo! That's actually one of the random things that I was going to put in the secrets video, but stuff like that that's like really, really random. Now I have to find... Well, now that I have control easily, I'm going to like sleep here and recover. But now I'm going to go heal Roland. And after that, I'm not going to heal Orlof. I'm going to save that for the next video. And yeah, there's an armor shop here. I'm going to take a look at that in a sec. Like I said, I'm going to have the hero and Roland healed up. Yeah, Roland does randomly jump himself too. So like I said, I'm going to leave Orlof alone. I'm going to try to play him like that if it'll let me in the next episode. If it does, hey, if not, I know what's going to happen. So anyway, that's, other than the shopping and the usual stuff I'm going to do for cleanup here now, this is pretty much going to end the episode. I'm going to sign off here. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for the feedback. Keep giving me your comments. Keep giving me your Twitter tweets. Keep giving me the feedback. I can always use it. I'm going to try to get myself better a little bit at a time. Now, hopefully I'll be able to get a couple more videos out in the next couple of weeks and catch up a little bit here. I want to try to get part 13, part 14 done. Okay, this chain armor, one last thing. This chain armor, I think this is the one that's actually the last one that the archers can wear. Again, of course, I said that about the copper, but this is what I was thinking about, I think. But if I'm wrong, we'll find out in the next episode. So anyway, like I said, that's pretty much the end of it. And y'all have a good night, and see you again. And remember all that social media bull stuff, like, share, favorite, subscribe. But I'm going to leave a notation there. I'm probably going to stop saying that in the videos. I'll just leave the notation there. So, good night, y'all.